Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy 1 for the regular Nintendo, played on the Wii Virtual Console. So I saved my game here in Provoca. I did a little bit of level grinding. As you can see, I've gotten all my characters up to level 9. But more importantly, I ended up getting the Fire 2 spell for Marty and for Milo, and the Harm 2 spell for Fibbs. That's going to really help out in the area that we're about to go to called the Peninsula of Power. So the Peninsula of Power is named because the enemies on there are much stronger than any enemies that we're going to encounter. The enemies are basically in an endgame level area. So basically we'd have no chance against them. However, there are a few enemies in that Peninsula of Power who have weaknesses to either Fire or the Harm spell. So with Fire 2 and Harm 2, we can actually take care of them and help speed up our level and money grinding. So right here we're to the east of Provoca. We're in the normal area right now, but these final 4 squares up here, looks like the top of a little bottle. That's where we're going to run into enemies. The way that encounter zones are made, they're based in a square. Well, these 4 squares that we're in here now, they're part of the encounter area for the island across the water there, and that's an endgame level. It's to the north where there's no ports, remember? So these 4 squares enemies are really, really tough. So anything that isn't troll, a frost wolf, or a zombie that's in groups larger than 1, we're just gonna run from. So those giants, yeah, run into a lot of them, but they're way too tough, so we're not gonna attack them, so. Yep, luckily we can run pretty easily from these enemies. The game says that, you know, thieves have a better chance of running, but that's not true. That's, once again, another thing that's improperly coded in this game. So, I believe that your running is based on, I'll look it up, but I believe it's based on the level of the character in the 3rd slot. So, and once you hit, I believe, level 10, it's almost guaranteed to run. So we have an enemy by itself, the Tyro. Pretty tough, but since it's by itself, I figure I'll give it a shot. So another thing, the reason why I'm giving it a shot is because it only has 1 attack. Even though 65 is pretty damaging, the fact that it only gets 1 attack means that I can pretty much survive it. If it had 2 attacks, yeah, you see, it probably would have wiped out Wimbley there. But one of the advantages of fighting enemies this powerful is look at the experience that they give. So 3,387, divide that by 4, you're getting over 800 experience per character, which is almost like 8 to 10 battles against like ogres and creeps. So it definitely speeds up level grinding and money grinding. Will help us afford those level 4 spells that we still need back in Elfland. So, and to get the final level, you want to stay around level 10 before you take on the Marsh Cave. That's where that king in that northwest castle told us to go. He said somebody stole Astos, double-crossed him, stole the crown, and took it to the Marsh Cave. So, that's our big dungeon. But since this battle is pretty long, I looked up the run command, basically. So what happens is running is supposed to be based on luck and level, but apparently what it's based on is the luck of the first 2 characters and the status of the character in the 3rd slot. So if the characters in the first 2 slots have luck over 15, and the 3rd character, basically 5th position, is a healthy status, then the person in the 1st and 2nd slot can run, guaranteed, so. Yep, so it doesn't matter, Thief doesn't matter at all, so that's one of the reasons why the Thief is the worst class in the game, because it really has nothing going for it, so. Unlike future iterations of Final Fantasy, thieves can't really steal in this game, so. So I had some really bad encounters there, so I just kind of reset after I used that tent. And I ended up getting a good encounter here, Frost Wolves. So these characters are weak against fire, so as long as you get a good roll on your Fire 2 spell, you should be able to take them out with one Fire 2. So, yeah, I got a bad roll there for the top and the bottom Frostwolf, but just to be safe, I had Milo cast Fire 2 as well, so. Now, they do have a 25% chance to cast Frost, which is a damaging ice-based spell. Unfortunately, Fibbs does not have a ice yet. That's a 4th level spell. But if you do have it and you come here, you might want to cast that just to be defensive. So, let's keep wandering around, see if we can get some zombies and trolls. There we go. So the troll is the little guy in the lower right corner there. Looks like he has like a headache and he's holding his head there. He's like, I can't stand the noise. Maybe the zombies are playing loud rock music or something. But the zombies weak to harm 2, and everyone in this group is weak to fire 2. So we'll just throw some fire 2s and some harm 2s out there and see who we can wipe out. So. Look at this, we can probably, yep, we wiped out that entire group, didn't take any damage, and let's look at the rewards that we end up getting. So, almost 1,000 experience, almost 4,000 gold, yep. So, of course, we're going to want to save our game after that. That's what I said, keep a bunch of tents and cabins around, so. Both will save your game, and then if you get into some really bad encounters, hey, you can always just reset and retry again, so. Reset the console or reset the virtual console like I have there. And hey, we run into some zombies here. Group of 4. So let's cast that Fire 2 on them. Unfortunately, we'll get into a point where we're pretty much out of, offensive spells. So, we're gonna have to play this battle a little bit more defensively. So, we do have 2 shots of Fire 2 though. Hopefully that can take out maybe 1 or 2 of them. But defensively, what we're going to do is we're going to have Fibbs use the Invis spell to raise the evasion of Marty and Wimbley, because they're most likely being targeted. And then Milo can use his regular fire spells. They're single targeting, of course, but it'll do definitely more damage than anything else than anybody else will be able to do. And Marty can sometimes use some fire spells if he's not using cure spells, but he's going on healing duty because Fibbs is on invis duty. So, yeah, the Fire 2 did enough damage that Milo might be able to take out some of these zombies with just a regular fire spell. So before the battle, you saw I had like about 800 hit points, 800 experience points until I gain the next level. So we'll definitely gain a level, get the 10th level that we want before we go to the Marsh Cave here from this battle. Like I said, we're playing a little bit more defensively here. As you can see, we hit some really bad rolls there with Milo with his fire spell there. And also, Wimbley had a bad roll there with his damage. Wimbley, after he hits level 10, he will get 32 into his hit percentage. He starts with 2, and then he gets 3 every level up, so that's going to put him at the magic number 32. Once he hits level 32 hit percentage, we're going to take off the nunchucks, and he's just going to start attacking barehanded. Because he'll get 2 hits with each of his hands, so he'll be able to do going from basically 1 hit with the nunchucks to 4 hits with 2 with each hand. Yeah, for some reason he doesn't get 2 hits with each hand when he's unarmed like before he hits the level 32 hit percentage. I don't know, I guess probably another bug in the game, but yeah, go figure, there's bugs in this game. So, and I'm not talking about enemies, although there are like bug-type enemies. So, luckily, once we get out of the Peninsula of Power, all the enemies are like weak, you know, then we're strong enough that even at low hit points like this, Marty and Wimbley, we'll be able to survive to Provoca. So yeah, we finally get level 10. That means we'll be able to head over to the Marsh Cave. Now, of course, you can stay here a little bit longer if you want to. You know, it depends, but level 10 is pretty much a safe bet to go into the Marsh Cave, at least with this party. If you have a different party, you might be able to get there a little bit earlier, especially, say, if you have, like, a fighter, because they're, like, really big tanks, and by this time they probably have some really good armor. They also have a faster growth in terms of hit percentage, so they'll be doing a lot of damage with their silver swords, so... But let's, of course, save our game. Gotta use up all those, whatchamacallit, gotta, don't want to lose all that good experience and money that we made. So, and a lot of that money will be going toward pure potions and heal potions. In case you missed an earlier episode, I mentioned that in the Marsh Cave, it's in the swamps, in the marsh, so there's going to be a lot of yucky things in the marsh. Well, it makes sense, it's a swamp. So there's going to be like snakes, scorpions, werewolves, a lot of things that have poison touch. There's also some like slime monsters, mucks and scums, that inflict the poison status on your characters when they hit you. Poison, besides doing that annoying like sound every step you take, poison also drains hit points every step. So it'll definitely, you know, drain your hip health, you know, if you don't have a way to get rid of it. So I'm gonna obviously want to buy some pure potions there, and buy some healing potions as well. Because unfortunately, Fibbs and Marty, they don't have enough really magic charges to take care of all the healing that we're going to need in the Marsh Cave. The Marsh Cave is pretty big. It is 4 levels. There's the starting level you can go up, and that's just kind of a dead end, but there's some treasure. But the main thing you want to go is go down, 3 levels down. So your starting level, then down to the basement 2, then the basement 3, the 3rd basement. That's where you'd find the crown. But yeah, a lot of rooms, a lot of big areas to cover in the Marsh Cave. So we're gonna want to stock up on healing potions. The good thing though is after you clear the Marsh Cave and get the crown, pretty much right after that. You're almost ready to get the Mystic Key, and once you get the Mystic Key, there's so much treasure that you're going to get a lot of money, and you're pretty much going to be able to afford most of the stuff here in Elfland. You'll be able to max out your healing potions. That's something that the Nintendo Power Guide recommends, basically. Like, once you have the funds to max out heal potions, you want to make sure that you definitely do it, so... each stack of items you can have a max of 99. Unfortunately, I don't have a turbo controller, but that's another hint that the Nintendo Power Strategy Guide gives you. If you have a turbo controller, just hold the turbo A button in, and as long as the healing potion is on the top slot, like as in this item shop or say Corneria, you'll just blow right through the menu and just buy potions really, really quick. But here, I have to hit the A button each time. I'm selecting the healing potion and hit the A button to buy and to say yes. So it's taking a little while, but it's well worth it. So now when I buy 99 heal potions, I'll just do that off screen. So I'm not gonna waste all your time doing that, but for there, maybe I got like 20 or so. But let's make a quick save here. Yeah, I saved 100 gold, at least 100 gold, just so I can make that quick save. So you're also gonna want to have a tent or a cabin, but you probably should have one of them left over from grinding at the Peninsula of Power. So yep, I got 2 tents, 2 cabins. So 2 is probably good. So, because we probably want to make one before you before you enter the Marsh Cave, and then a little after you get out of the Marsh Cave. So, but we head around the mountain range here. Now we're getting into the marshy area. It's the plains that have a bunch of little dots on them. I guess that represents the swampiness of it. And there is the Marsh Cave, the little hole in the ground. So, and that's where we will be delving into in our next episode. So come back, take care, have a good day. Bye.